Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're tackling a massive challenge, probably one of the biggest of our time. How do you navigate this endless ocean of information and actually find out what's true? Let's build a practical guide. I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? We are just flooded with content every single day, coming at us from all sides. So how in the world do you cut through all that noise? So let's start with the problem itself. We live in an incredible time, with more knowledge available than ever before in human history. But, well, that turns out to be a bit of a double-edged sword. Right. We literally have the world's libraries in our pocket. But here's the catch. Not everything you find is factual. Being able to sort the good info from the bad has become a critical skill we all need, every single day. You know, this quote from President Dallin H. Oaks just hits the nail on the head. We tend to fall into this trap where we see someone famous and just assume they know what they're talking about. But we have to be critical thinkers and ask, who is saying this? Just because someone is a brilliant actor or an amazing athlete doesn't make them an expert on, say, medicine or economics. It's a super important distinction to make. Okay, so that's the challenge laid out. What's the solution? How do we navigate this? Well, you need a tool. Think of it like a kind of internal compass that can guide you through this really complex landscape. And that compass actually has a name: information literacy. The Association of College and Research Libraries defines it just like this. It's about knowing when you need information and then having the skills to find it, judge it, and use it the right way. This is the core skill we are building today. And I want to be super clear here. This isn't just some academic thing for writing papers. Nope. Whether you're a student, a professional, or really just anyone who's curious about the world, this is a fundamental skill for making smart choices and being able to keep learning your entire life. All right, so how do we actually put this into practice? It all starts with having a smart, simple strategy before you even type a single word. It really just boils down to these 3 simple steps. First, figure out what you're really looking for by turning it into a question. Second, pull out the most important words or ideas. Those are your keywords. And third, you take those keywords and build your search. That's it. Now that second step, finding your keywords, is the real game changer here. Seriously. The words you choose to search for are like keys that unlock different doors. Choosing them carefully makes a massive difference in what you'll find. And if you want to give those keywords some serious superpowers, you gotta learn these little tricks. These are called Boolean operators. Simple words like and or even a minus sign or quotation marks can completely transform your search. They help you get way more specific or broader or find an exact phrase. This is your toolkit for getting better results way faster. Okay, so you've run your search and you've got a page full of results. Great. Now comes maybe the most important part of this whole process: figuring out if any of it is actually good. Let's break down how to do that. First thing to look at, the content itself. Is the information credible? Is it accurate? Here's a great pro tip. See if you can find the same key facts in at least 2 other places that aren't connected. If you can verify it, that's a really good sign. Next, you've got to put on your detective hat and think about the objective. Is this information presented fairly, or is the language really emotional and trying to push you in one direction? A truly objective source is usually pretty calm and will often show you more than one side of the story. And that leads right to the next question. What's the purpose here? What is the author actually trying to accomplish? Are they just trying to inform you? Or are they maybe trying to entertain you or even persuade you to buy something or adopt a certain viewpoint? Knowing their goal is key. And finally, here's a simple but surprisingly effective check. Ease of use. Is the source put together well? If it's a website, does it look professional? Do the links actually work? Has it been updated in the last decade? These little clues can tell you a lot about how reliable a source is. So, you found good information, you've evaluated it, and you know it's solid. We're almost done. But there's one final, absolutely crucial step, and that's using the information you found with integrity. And that brings us to this big word, plagiarism. All it means, really, is using someone else's ideas or their work without giving them credit for it. It's a huge deal, a fundamental rule of being an honest learner and creator. But you know what? The solution couldn't be simpler. If you borrow something, an idea, a quote, a statistic, anything that isn't yours, you just have to provide a citation. That's it. It's all about showing respect for the people who did the work. So let's bring this all home. What's the big takeaway? Remember, information literacy isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a skill you'll use for the rest of your life. Always start with a plan. Look at every single source with a critical eye, and please always give credit where credit is due. Look, mastering these skills opens up this incredible world of reliable knowledge. It gives you the power to find the truth for yourself. So with this new compass in your hand, the only real question left is, what will you set out to learn next?